In this video, I'm going to show you how to use custom workplanes to create more complex objects. Now, as you can see on the workplane in front of you, I've created a single pyramid as well as the number 2. As if I were to play a complex board game, I'm going to try and create a 5-sided die. Now, unfortunately, the die does not have faces that nicely line up with the 90-degree grid, either vertically or horizontally. Now, we can try and place the number 2 correctly using the rotation commands, rotating it as we want in the 90 degrees, and then maybe rotating it vertically using these arrows, but actually placing the object is going to be rather difficult, and we're never going to get it quite perfectly placed. So there's a much easier way of doing this than trying to click and drag and match the actual rotation angles. And the way we do this is using custom workplane. So right now, the default workplane is displayed using the standard blue border. However, we can define our own workplane in whatever orientation and location that we want. Say I want to create that number 2 or number 5 on this side of the pyramid right here. All I need to do is click on the workplane tool in the top right corner, and then select the plane that I want to start working on. This will create a temporary plane in orange that we can work on directly. No rotation, no separate angles. Using the shape generator, I'm going to select text. Then we're going to scroll down until I find the number 5. We're going to click this and drag it directly onto our workplane. In the same way that when we originally clicked and dragged an object, it followed the primary blue workplane, when there is an orange temporary workplane active, that becomes the base where new objects become placed. If we wanted to cut this out or maybe align it, we can shift-click both objects, then use the Align tool to make sure that they are centered together. And then if we wanted to cut out the 5 instead of having it actually outside of the actual dice, we could sink it into the object, turn it into a hole, and then group the object with the pyramid. To remove the temporary workplane, all you have to do is click the workplane tool again, and then click anywhere else that's not on an object you've already placed. Just out here in the white void is perfectly okay. You can see the primary workplane has returned, but now we have a perfectly centered and embedded 5 to the side of our pyramid.